Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Second program, Sayadaw ji is going to deliver the 8 precepts. Today, at the opening ceremony of the 60-day retreat sponsored by Dhamma Foundation of America at Paṇḍitā Sayadaw Meditation Center, Sayadaw, it is Sayadaw ji's duty to deliver the sermon today. And Sayadaw is glad that he is now meeting with all the Dhamma relatives, Dhamma family friends from all over the world. Also, there are new relatives in addition to the old ones who are present today. And also, especially there are young people. And to meet these people, to yogis, Sayadaw is very glad. Those who cherish Dhamma, or Buddha's teaching, or who pay a value to this Dhamma, they will have progress, they will have success, and they will have happiness. Especially nowadays, when the world is full of trouble, difficulties, and dangerous situations, the yogis who are present here, cherishing the Dhamma, and they arrive here to practice meditation. So Sayadaw ji says, these yogis are very clever, very good. And to see this yogi, Sayadaw ji is especially happy. And Sayadaw has full of pity or joy to see the people, in spite of the troubles and difficulties and dangerous situations, they are present here today to practice Dhamma because they cherish Dhamma. In Pali word Dhamma Kamo, there is one segment called Dhamma. The inherent meaning of this Dhamma is to practice according to the instruction given. So when one practices according to the instruction given, one will be uplifted by Dhamma, so that the yogis who practices will not fall below. In other words, the uplift means to support, to guard. Now when you handle a thing, when you raise it up, it does not fall down. And it does not stay in the middle. It rises. So therefore, this uplifting means giving help, guarding, and to uplift the yogis so that their way of life or standard of life will not fall below. And this is the inherent meaning. Now by looking at the yogis who come here in spite of the difficulties and dangerous situation in some parts of the world, it can be said that yogis cherish Dhamma. That is why they are here. Now, since they come here to practice meditation, the monks here, Sayadawjis and other monks, are ready to give a help as taught by Buddha and also as directed by late Mahasi Sayadaw from Mahasi Meditation Center in Yangon. The Sangha our duty at the meditation center is to guide the yogi to walk straight on the path as taught by Buddha and also as directed by late Mahasi Sayadaw. Now, in other words, it means to let the yogi know about the Dhamma, the way to practice it, so that they will come to know the correct way and correct practice. Now, when they do like this, their physical, verbal, and mental behavior will become lovable, pliant, flexible, and pleasing. So therefore, those yogis who come here to practice meditation, their duty is to walk the Dhamma path on a straight line as directed by the meditation teachers. That is their duty. Now, if a person asks material things, and if the thing happens to be in hand, you can say, now take it away. Now if the thing is not ready, you can sort of modify the things and give it away, the material thing. But in Dhamma, you cannot give the gift like that. Now what you have to do is, when the meditation teaches you about the correct way, and if you practice according to the instruction given, to the extent that you practice, it will be beneficial to you. So therefore, it is necessary to practice, to listen to the teaching, and to practice the teachings with respect, diligence, and precision. Then only the meditation teachers will be very happy to give the Dhamma gift to the yogis. Now when you have a meal, the one who provides you the meal knows that it is full of nutrition. So if you know that the meal is suitable for you, it is beneficial to you, it will not do when you eat the meal only once. Because by eating only once, your body or rupa will not change all of a sudden. But if you know it is good, you have to eat again and again. It's like taking vitamins. You take the vitamin according to the prescription given by the doctor or as written on the label or the bottle. If you take it again and again, you will come to know that every second there is new rupa developed in your body, and your strength, you will gain strength, you will become strong. Similarly, in Dhamma, which is full of nutriment, if you know that it is beneficial to you, you have to practice precisely, diligently, consistently, persistently. And when you practice in such a manner, your mind will become full of Dhamma order or Dhamma nutriment. And you will find that the more you practice, the more your mental strength, such as saddha, faith, viriya, effort, sati, mindfulness, panya, wisdom, will become surprisingly developed in you. And also, when you avoid things that you should avoid, the things are fearful, the things that are shameful, you will find out yourself that you have become a transformed person in better way. This energy, hiri otapa, that means things you are ashamed to do, things that you are afraid to do, especially with respect to your verbal, physical activities. And later on, as you practice, you become disgusted about these things. Especially you are afraid that you may have said the wrong things, and you are afraid that you might do the wrong things. And also you will realize that if you do good things, you will get good things. If you do bad things, you will get bad things. So you are afraid to do bad things. Now if you put this into practice, in other words, to avoid things that you should avoid, and if you can do it properly, you become a victor to yourself. Now, if there are two persons, the two persons become the victor. And if there is a group who can do this, as a group, they become the victor. And from there on, the whole country, the people in the whole country can become the victor. And it can be said that if there are many people in the world doing this, the people in the whole world will become the victor. So, if this happens, there will be peace. Because the people who have practiced, they have the strength of hiri otapa in there has become very strong. Therefore, you will find that once you become a victor on your own, you will find that you become very satisfied. So, like this way, in this world, there are many places where they are fighting using all sorts of weapons. And also, they are giving all sorts of order, command to fight. So when there is fighting with weapons, and when there is command and order for such things, what will happen is, the whole world become heated up. He said, the wicked people, the path they take, they will leave behind heat behind them. They will leave heat behind them. But if they know and practice Hiri Otepa, what can happen is the heat in the whole world can become lower and lower, and we can have peace all over the world. So, like the saying in Burmese, from 1% to 100%, if we can have this Hiri Otepa, the heat will become less and less, and we can have peace all over the world. When we practice Dhamma for knowledge, and as to the extent we practice, our Dhamma blood becomes warm. When the blood comes warm, it spreads. If it is cold, it will not spread. So, what we are doing here is, by practicing meditation, we are spreading the Dhamma blood throughout the world. So when the Dhamma blood is spread out like this, whereas we become relatives the Dhamma way. And the meditation teachers will be teaching the yogis here to their ability to spread the Dhamma blood in the yogis. And also the yogis who cherish Dhamma, they will take the teachings from the meditation teachers. So when the Dhamma blood is warm in the yogi's body, it is like giving the Dhamma gift to the yogi, giving help to the Dhamma yogi. So meditation can be said that between the teachers who give Dhamma and the yogis who take the way of practice from Dhamma, it is the spreading of the Dhamma blood in a warm manner. So, between those who teach Dhamma and those who take Dhamma from the teachers, if the Dhamma blood is spread out, the race disappear. The different races in the world disappear. There is no clinging to the different races. In other words, in the whole world, there will be only one race. Because the Dhamma has uplifted the ones who are practicing meditation. So, the meditation teachers here, for the yogis who come here to practice, they are not only Dhamma friends, they have become Dhamma relatives. Now, the monks who teach us, they will not recognize them as the teachers. Likewise, the yogis who practice us, they should not recognize themselves as the students. They all should consider themselves as Dhamma friends, the monks as well as the yogis. So, when you have this sort of thinking in you, if you happen to say a certain things which is not acceptable, and you will have a lot of tolerance. So, when two persons, when their blood becomes warm, it is like upgrading the relatives in the worldly situation. Now, since we live in this world, we can be known as world relatives. And when we are in the universe, we may be known as universe relatives also. Now, according to Buddha's teachings, there is no person living today who has not been relatives to one another in the previous lives. Because there have been many changes, because there have been many lives before, in one of this world, we were once the father and son, brothers and sisters, uncles and nephews. So there is nobody in the world today who has not become a relative of one or another. So when we have the Dhamma blood spreading out, it is like making the world friends become new again, and universe relatives become fresh again. So therefore, we are making the world relatives become strong. So, in the worldly situation, what the Dhamma is doing is making the relations become very strong. And this Sayadaw will guarantee it. So whatever it is, we may have in universe or relatives or world relatives, the best thing is to become Dhamma friends. It is the best of all. In conclusion, the yogis who come here for a 60-day retreat, they come here so that the Dhamma blood will become one. Dhamma relatives who are here. So, it is necessary to know that you need a warm blood. Now, in the cold season, if there is no heat, what will happen is a little tiny part of your body will become cold, and you catch cold. And that in that particular area, the blood may become cold also. So there is no circulation of blood. Now this can happen to the whole body. The whole body will become cold. The blood will become cold. There will be no proper circulation of blood, resulting in death. Now in cases like this, to prevent this situation, you have to do exercise. You have to have heater. You have to wear warm clothes. Then only you will be able to walk from here or there. Similarly, in Satipatthana meditation, where the Dhamma, warm Dhamma blood flows, we need what is known as atapa. That is the effort that we have to put, heroic effort that we must have every second. Then only in the mental situation, the Dhamma, warm Dhamma blood will be circulating persistently. Then only the Dhamma blood will become mature. And Sayadaw wished that may the meditation teachers be able to give help so that the blood will be always warm, and those who take the teachings from the meditation teachers, may they be able to practice so that there will be warm blood in their body. That's all for this. So we come to the conclusion of the ceremony. Now, if there is anybody in the audience who Rakhantu Sabada Deva Rakhantu Sabada Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu